On Captiva Island, Florida, a $50 million decision is on the horizon. Developers see potential, while many locals are exploring ways to preserve a 20-acre parcel of land. At the heart of the debate is the legacy of Robert Rauschenberg, a groundbreaking 20th century artist who once turned a stuffed goat and a car tire into a masterpiece that shook the art world. If you haven't heard of Robert Rauschenberg before, his story is one you'll want to hear. And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Sanibel Captiva Guide for more. Now let's get back to Rauschenberg. Robert Rauschenberg was born in Texas in 1925 and went on to become one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. In the 1950s, he shocked critics with his wild mashups of everyday objects, like old quilts, newspapers, and even a stuffed goat wrapped in a tire. To him, anything could be art if you looked at it the right way. He blurred the line between art and life, collaborating with musicians and dancers. And by the 1960s, he was world famous. Even after his death, the world couldn't let go of his vision. His 1964 painting entitled Buffalo 2 sold in 2019 for nearly $89 million. A reminder that his influence only grew with time. But fame came with pressure. By 1970, Rauschenberg was done with the noise and chaos of New York. So he moved to Captiva Island on Florida's Gulf Coast. He called Captiva the foundation of my life and my work. The change completely transformed his art. He started experimenting with cardboard boxes, fabric, and even sand. Ordinary things that carried the texture of island life. Captiva wasn't just where he worked, he embraced it. He cooked, swam, fished, and planted trees. He started buying up parcels of land, not to build on, but to stock development. One of the most unique landmarks on his property is the Fish House, a shack on stilts that had once belonged to Pulitzer Prize-winning cartoonist and conservationist J.N. Ding Darling. Built in 1942, the Fish House had a little drawbridge that Darling would literally pull up behind him so he could work undisturbed. When Rauschenberg later acquired it, he loved its symbolism. Like Darling, he saw Captiva as something to protect. Rauschenberg didn't just use Captiva as a personal hideaway, he invited other artists to collaborate and made the property into a creative hub. After his death in 2008, the Rauschenberg Foundation carried his vision forward with the Captiva-based Rauschenberg Residency, which began in 2012. Since then, more than 500 painters, dancers, writers, and musicians have lived and created on the property. But paradise has a price. In recent years, hurricanes and constant storm repairs have taken a serious toll. The Rauschenberg Foundation conducted a sustainability study that confirmed to them that the compound simply wasn't viable long term. So in August 2025, the foundation made the announcement that the Captiva property will be sold, and the residency will close in August 2026. Now the question is, what happens next? At a recent meeting, Captiva's community leaders said they're exploring whether the island itself can buy the property. They've reached out to the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation and even to Lee County's conservation program. The goal? Preserve it as a refuge or public space. The price? Between $40 and $50 million. Developers are very interested too, but locals argue this land should be protected. Captiva wasn't just Robert Rauschenberg's home, it was his muse and his sanctuary. He poured his energy into protecting this land from development, making sure the Fish House and surrounding acres stayed wild and true. Now the responsibility has shifted. Does the land slip into the hands of developers, or does one honor what Rauschenberg and Ding Darling both believed? that some places are too precious to lose. Rauschenberg once said that change was essential to creativity. The change that is chosen here will shape Captiva's story forever. With that being said, we want to hear from you. What do you think should happen to this land? Leave your comments below. It'll be interesting to hear what you all think. My name is Nick Adams. Come and join me on the next one.